we are going to make a shoufa. This is how we do it. First, we've got the gator here. It'll come white. Then I'm going to get it a little flat here. Oops. Then roll it. Get all the little fuzz balls off if there's any, because those will mess up the print. Okay. So once we have it lint rolled, then we're going to flatten it out as much as possible. I'm going to steam it, get all the moisture out. So just a few seconds to do that. Just let the steam get out. Flip it over. Again, do the same thing on this side. Steam that guy out on that side. Okay. So let that air out a second. Right. Lay it under craft paper so we don't get ink all over the heat platen. Well, that's a heat platen all over the bottom. So we got that. Okay. The Shoufas Aiel art design here. So lay that on there. This is not just a regular print. This is a sublimation print. So it's a fancy ink, and it's a fancy paper on a fancy printer. If you were to put sublimation ink in your normal printer, you wouldn't be able to use it for anything else. So just gonna make sure that's all lined up and then there's nothing hanging out. And then I'm gonna crease around the edges to keep the garment in and get the ink evenly distributed around the sides. And also this helps me make sure, because I can see the ink through the paper, that I'm not missing any areas. I won't have any white gaps when I'm done, because I'm making sure that the printed surface is totally covering the blank Shoufas. So that's ready. And this is gonna go in here for 35 to 45 seconds. And so once this is done, then I'll flip it over and I'll do the other side. Sometimes if I don't heat press it correctly, like I didn't steam out this one, it got kind of like this pattern. So add it to my pile of misprints. So there we go. We're gonna take a look at the first side. You ready? Whoo! That looks slick. Nice and black, like it's supposed to be. So you can unleash your inner black veiled Aiel. Only in battle, of course. And just gonna lift that up, flip it over. See? Woo. Still white on that side. I'll change the paper. Sheet of craft paper here. And then it goes back down again. I'm gonna make sure that I kind of fluff out the sides, kind of scoot them over a scotch, so that way like I can get the edge where it pressed and printed on there. I can get it coming up a little bit so that hopefully I won't get a white gap on the edge where it sandwiches together. And that's another reason why I crease the paper once it's down, just to take care of any of those little stray gaps that might be creeping in. So I get that on there. And the next paper, we'll make sure I have this facing the right way. Yep, spears up, up spears, like any good IEL. Again, I'm going to crease along the edges of where I feel the Shoufas through there. Make sure, because I can see the print through the paper, that everything is inked and there are no white gaps. All right, that one's ready to go back in. So I'm going to do this final press on the second side. Again, 35 to 45 seconds. And if this is all done well, we should have one fierce looking Shoufas about to go out the door. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, I usually give it like about 10 more seconds just to make sure that it's nice and dark. You don't have to, but seems when I'm a little too rushed, then that's when they kind of don't turn out as good. So that should be good. You ready to see it? Whoo! Look at that. This thing's freaking hot. Hot off the presses. That is a perfect IEL Shoufas. Check out that bad boy.